Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. I am also a certified trichologist. How you doing, Dream Beauty? Listen, I'm super excited about today because I just finished case studies. It was 4 weeks long, interactive study group for new and improving trichologists who decided that they don't want to just talk about whatever. Now, I usually do an intro, but I was like, man, forget all that, right? So, I'm super excited because I feel like we really did make a lot of progress. You never really know. Um, you never really know what you didn't learn in trichology training until you get with other trichologists and then you start talking and you're like, wait, I never heard about that. So that's why I feel like case studies is like a really big thing, and it is something that is really needed. So I'm super excited about that. A little bit of housekeeping. I'm live on Instagram here at Trichology 911. I'm also live on my regular Facebook page, and I am live on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, I need you to subscribe and check me out and all that jazz, right? So I'm really excited about what's going on. I think I'm going to have a little guest, and that would be cool. But until they show up, let's talk about just trichology business. Let's talk about case studies. Let's talk about mentorship, um, uh, strategy sessions, having a strategy, and all that other stuff. So you already know I love to talk about stuff like that. If there's something that you want to ask and you don't mind coming on camera, let me know, and then we can do that as well. So let me just give you a little breakdown on case studies. Case studies was absolutely amazing. Once again, 4 weeks, 4 weeks of just, going over. So we had 2 case studies a week, every week for 4 weeks. So that was a total of 8. And we went everywhere from babies or young kids under the age of 12 all the way to men. And so I don't know about you, but this is what I was saying to the students last night on case studies, is that I'm not sure if you are seeing men in your trichology practice, but I feel like you should. Now, I guess it's up for debate because one of the students said, okay, well, the men don't listen. Um, they're not the ones cooking. They're not the ones doing ABC. And so let me just give you a little feedback on what I believe about having men in your practice, right? I know for a fact that it is one of the most easy times for me for trichology, and that is more carefree for me because they just kind of like do what they're supposed to do, right? I don't know what they do at home, right? I don't know these things, right? But I know that I always work really closely with either the significant other or like the mom, right? And so, hey, Belle. And so this really works for me as far as seeing men in my clinic because you don't have to look at hairstyling if you're still like a stylist. Now, I do know that depending on the type of trichologist that you are, you don't have to offer hairstyling services, but I know that a lot of people that are still active cosmetologists are offering styling services as well. And so that becomes like a really tricky thing for them because they don't know how to charge. They don't know if they should charge. Does the trichology fee cover the styling fee? Do I make a whole nother payment scale for people that want styling services as well as the trichological services? So that's a big thing. But for me, the men are really easy. I have a massage therapist, a contracted massage therapist that comes in, and she is absolutely amazing. And she, so every other week, any of my hair loss clients are getting that massage, right? Scalp, shoulders, neck, just to kind of like loosen up. And she's doing like some special things. She is a trichological massage therapist in that we went over personally in my business what I'm looking for, what I feel like is needed. And then we went to the different types of massages that can be given and what would be most beneficial to the clients as far as promoting hair growth. And so we added those into the treatment plan. And so it's not just like a regular massage, like it's, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? So she comes in, she has a special oil. We have the, the jazz and the this and the that. And for 15 minutes straight, she's relaxing that client, massaging that client, getting that blood flow and all of that other stuff, which is absolutely amazing, right? Then the next thing that she's doing is just making sure that just everything is in place. When that's done, now let's go to the men. When they come in, I do their first little checkup. I'm looking at everything. I may look at them under the scope. I go ahead and sanitize the area. They lay down on a massage table. They're in her hands. I'm in the office. When she's done, they're super relaxed. I am giving them whatever treatment it is, depending on what it is. So if they're sitting under the laser, then I'll do that. And that'll be about 15 minutes. And then when it's done, if there's any solution that I need to add to the scalp that needs to dry, I'll, spray them with that, with the medicine sprayer on my Bentley, my my laser that has like the medicine sprayer, the oxygen sprayer and all that stuff. So I'll add those things to it and then to the scalp, and then they dry and they go on about their business. So if you have not decided to see men in your clinic, I think it would be a really, really good thing. The crazy thing about it is like I've always gotten results. I've had men come in that are like a little older, and then I've had like men come in that are like 23, and so I was really able to get results either way. Really just looking at changing um, how they look at their diets as it relates to the food, what they're doing, and really just showing them that if you pay attention to hair, scalp, what you're eating, your stress level, all those other things, then you really can get results. And so I find that it's a good thing. So, I mean, I get results either way, but if you're not marketing to men, you probably want to beef that up a little bit. So let's go over case studies, right? Case studies was so good because I was literally able to enlighten other trichologists about things that like we didn't know, right? Things that we were like, wait, I didn't even think about that. So like, for example, last night, I think it was a man, he was 42, he worked out, he ate well. Grooming was a really big part of his regimen. So he was really good about going to the barbershop and all that stuff. But one thing in his report was that he had a bad reaction at the barbershop. And so with that bad reaction, it really turned out that he was cut by the clippers. The clippers were not sanitized, and there was damage to the follicle, which allowed bacteria, mites, and all those different things to get into the follicle and really get down deep, right? So we discovered that it was folliculitis. Now, the question was it folliculitis itself, or was it folliculitis decalvans? And then what I asked the students was, so is there a difference between folliculitis and folliculitis decalvans, right? Because like what makes it different? Because also he has sporadic patchy hair loss and different things like that. So what was the issue? What was this thing that the client was going through? And we found out that folliculitis was more something that could heal on its own, but the decalvans was more chronic. And because it was more chronic, that meant that also it had like an autoimmunity pathogenesis, which meant that like it was something that could trigger areata, right? And so therefore the patch is showing up. And so we were super excited about that, to kind of unearth that and just kind of see like how we could help this client. Now, what would you do? And so my answer, one of the students said, oh yeah, I would use this type of shampoo, or I would do this, and I would have them do that. And my thing was, well, if it's folliculitis, then it is a contagious inflammatory issue on the scalp. And if it's contagious, then I'm not touching it as a trichologist. I'm not touching it. I'm making sure that they get to their dermatologist first and get that in order and then coming up behind it. But as far as that doesn't mean that I'm out of the game, right? Because I know it's inflammatory. So I know that there are some things that I can offer as a trichologist where I don't have to touch the client, right? So I may be doing some adjusting to the nutrition, what they're intaking, taking some stuff out of the diet and different things like that. But you have to know what to do. So that was really good. Next thing was mentorship. So I just wrapped up a round of mentorship as well, and that was 12 weeks. Really, really good because we were able to break down everything that the trichologists needed, right? So it was really going back over what level are you on? What is your level rating as a trichologist? Now, this is very important because if you understand where you rank or where your level is, then you understand when somebody is offering you a class or a course that is beneath your rating, which means you already know this, you've already conquered this, or you'll know to take this class because it's going to pull you up to the next level. You're not like 2 levels ahead or above and saying, oh, I'm going to take this class because I'm going to need it later, and you don't understand anything. But like, for example, if you are a level 2, you don't accept classes that are a level 1. But if you want to be a level 4, you may take a class that's a level 3 because it's going to open up your understanding to, okay, I want to be able to create. I want to be able to use my own intellectual property. I want to start to coach. I want to start to mentor. And so then there's a different style of teaching that you are looking for so that you can get in the right space, right? So mentorship was really good. I was really able to help the trichologist to create a journal. I was hoping that she would be on, but I don't think that she saw my message. So let me just go over this. I was able to help her to develop her journal that's not only going to help everyday clients, but it's also going to help other trichologists. And so that's a really big thing. As far as what she's offering, the clients are going to be able to use the journal, and as well as the trichologist, which means that when the client gets the journal, they're going to be able to fill out pertinent information. They bring that journal to the trichologist, and the trichologist is able to look at it and really have a really, really good grasp on what's going on in the client's everyday life. And so that's super exciting. So we were able to develop that, and so she'll be done with that. I think she said by October 15th. So that's in less than a week. So really, really great. I'm not sure if anybody has questions. I just wanted to jump on, do a little business check-in, see what anybody needed. Also to let you know that strategy sessions, calendar for strategy sessions are open. So you want to schedule a strategy session, definitely do that. Also, if you're interested in mentorship as far as group, it starts on January 2nd, 2023, but you can save $1,000 if you sign up today. Also, one-on-one is available. I'm taking 4 people for one-on-one to end the year. So if you want that, you definitely could do that. So if there are no questions, if there's nothing else, I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day today. Happy hair growing.